Alrighty guys, so today I'm going to introduce to you JSTOR and a few things about it. In order to start, you'll need to be on the ZSR.wfu.edu website. You're then going to scroll down here to find a database. And from here, you'll have a bunch of different subjects that'll come up, and you can click these links and they'll give you more specific databases. For my example, we're going to click Find by Name, and under Popular Databases, we're going to click JSTOR. JSTOR is a very widely known resource that a lot of people use because JSTOR covers almost any topic you can think of. JSTOR can get you something from 2 years ago, and it can also get you something from 20 years ago, for example. It can be very broad, very general and specific in similar resources. It can also be very narrow and right to the point on what you want, which is really useful. It's used for almost any area you can think of. It can give you articles, journals, books. You can even search for images on JSTOR. And you need to make sure that you're using it through the WFU account. That way you'll get access to every resource on the full text. If you don't, you can get an interlibrary loan, and the library will help you with that. Make sure that you get the resource that you want. So for our first search, we're going to type texting while driving, and we're going to search the word deaths. And we're going to click enter. This is going to bring up about 35 resources because in this we want to include any resource that has texting while driving and the word deaths in it. If you want to be a little bit more broad, and just change it to or, and that way it'll include anything with texting while driving or any resource with the word deaths. So for example, that's going to give you 345,000 resources instead of 35. So let's take it back to and. We want to be specific. We don't want to look at all this information. If you'd like to, down here you can choose if you want to look at a journal or book, for example. Let's look up something from 2010 that ranges to 2018. So this is going to refine our search down a little bit, but a little bit more modern. If you want to be even more modern, change it to 2016, 2018, and for example, that'll only give you 2 results. So let's take it back to 2010. So from here, if there's anything that you don't want to include in your search, all you have to do is in the search bar type the word not, and then whatever you don't want to include in your search, and that will come up. In this case, we're not going to actually do that. From this, for example, we want to look at the texting bans and fatal accidents on roadways. Do they work? This article, all you need to do is click download PDF, and your resource will pop up from the American Economic Association. So let's do another search. Let's look up, let's do students response or tuition, and I'm going to add another search box and living, and let's click search. Let's see what we get here. Let's come up with a bunch of different stuff. So from this, we want to search within our results. Let's do public colleges, for example. And this will give us a more narrow idea of what we want. And let's say we just want to look at journals. So you can look up content type. And then from journals, we just want to look up business journals. So we'll type the word, we'll get the word business here. And it'll come up with about 2,000 resources. That way we can be real narrow on what we want to find here. Like I said earlier, if you want to search for images, you can just click the images button here and search whatever images you would like. If you would like to search for a specific author, all you need to do is you can, for example, do search within results. We want to look up something from Benjamin Levin, for example. And the first result right here, tuition fees and university accessibility from Benjamin Levin. If you want to cite this resource, you hit cite the item. It'll come up with everything you need. Copy and paste into whatever you'd like. If you only want to look up something from Benjamin Levin, for example, click his name right here under the link. It'll bring you up with different resources that he has created. In this case, this is the only one that he has. So yeah, this is showing a little bit about JSTOR. It's a very good resource to use, very, very helpful. You just need to make sure you're using it in the right way. So, yeah, thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day.